Hello, everyone. Different voice. Well, same voice, different thing. You are tuning to my first ever stream of the Sim Hound Academy here. So if things go wrong, I apologise, but there is a new voice with us here. We have Paul O'Hydra with us. Do you want to introduce yourself, Paul?
Why, hello. It is indeed I, myself, Paul O'Grady, aka Hydronox, aka the name that will live on long into perpetuity. Delighted to be taking the comms boot this time around. I was in the LMP2 for the last Sim Hound Academy under your watchful eye, so it's good fun now to share the comms booth for what I'm hoping will be a very interesting, fantastic series of racing tonight.
Should be good. Have you watched this before, Paul, or do I need to explain how things work?
We'll just assume I haven't. We'll play devil's advocate here for the old viewer. What do we have in store for us this evening?
What we have is obviously Sim Hound Academy. You have to be of a rookie class on SimGrid, so new to the game basically. And we have Hypercars GT3s. The Academy is all about getting to grips with racing, trying to teach people racecraft, how to race wheel to wheel, all of the good stuff basically. It's obviously going to get sweaty because it always does. We have drivers like Scrub, Max Farrell, all of those lot here. So it's going to get pretty sweaty. But what we will do is we will start looking at some laps, and I have a million screens in front of me with numbers flashing everywhere, so I'm going to have to get used to this. So we will go on board with Scrub.
I was just going to say, like, your new catchphrase for the season could be same voice, new thing.
Same voice, bigger mess. That's exactly what it's going to end up being, but it's all a learning experience. So as we watch Scrub currently on a lap, gone through the first sector, was the quickest, but it looks like Max Suniev actually going quickest in the first sector. Max, new driver to the Academy, never raced here before. Be interested to see how they do.
Yeah, and interesting that we were running the full version of COTA this at the beginning of the season. Folks might remember that we did the national circuit when we had the LMP2s and the GT3s last season. But I think I think it's the first for the Sim Hound for the rookies here to try their hands at the hypercars. So it's an added challenge for them.
Yeah, that is
They're
correct.
a bit more of a handful than the LMP2s. So we might see some eating pains.
Yeah, we decided to be evil and throw them in a pretty tricky track fest going, and as we'll see, as Max Suniev, if I get your name wrong, I apologise. We actually do have some times on the board. They're 151. To be fair, that's a really good time. Like, that's my quality pace. Never mind, like, for a rookie championship.
I think stretching the term rookie, I suppose, we'll say, like, in terms of what the SimGrid kind of class offers. But yeah, no, I think that's the fun thing I learned, was say, like, last season, was like you do have that kind of wide enough skill gap, we'll say, between the top and the bottom, but there are definitely kind of rooms for lots of battles in between within those classes and within the GT3 classes as well. So definitely a bunch of names to keep an eye on there as we see the times just kind of rolling in. Ryan Davies taking pole at the moment for the GT3 class. As I say that, then as Nazarian pips him there by just about 300ths of a second.
Yep.
So already the
Hovsep in his beloved Porsche, new Sim Hound Academy driver. So obviously he's running the livery, looking good. And in P1 of the GT3s at the moment, GT3s closer than the hypercars are, because obviously Suniev is kind of running away with it, nearly 3 seconds ahead of everyone. It's going to be so good, a rub Scrub's face in it.
Yeah, and then you touched on it there, but I think this is the first season where, from the start of it, we'll have the livery support that was added there to LMU in the last update. So yeah, some I suppose more room for the livery creators to express themselves now, rather than just being limited to what was in the game,
Yep,
kind of baked in.
that is true. And as we're watching Kevin Hunter here, this is a livery he made himself, as you can tell. No, I'm only kidding, Kev. But no, as you can see, we'll go through. Let's go through, see if we can see any drivers. I'm not. That is that a standard livery? I'm not quite sure. Max Farrell is. Is that a Castrol Toyota? Oh yes, it is. That is absolutely beautiful. It's just going to be a shame it's going to be wrecked when Max Farrell inevitably bins it. Daniel Chevelle, this looks like a custom Ferrari livery. Nice big oNiD logo on the side is what we like to see. We have Ollie Knowles. What's Ollie running? Oh, that must be his own custom one.
Yeah, I'm not terribly familiar with the hypercar livery offerings. I think.
That is a standard game one. Fiona, obviously loving her Peugeot. Nathan Turner, the best car of them all. And Dan Stevens, that looks like another one. Standard livery. Oh, look, it's Lightning McQueen, John Metcalf.
Oh, good lad.
Looking to
Bringing it to
blind.
COTA
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, oh, yeah, exactly. Looking to blind everyone with the ka-chow. That does look quite good, to be fair.
That's a great livery on that car. That's a good car for it.
It is. And then we have Ryan Davies. That looks like a custom one.
That looks like the sister car for who do we say it was up above? Yeah, it was an Ollie Knowles.
Yeah, it looks very similar. Well, Ollie and obviously Ryan are teammates from Racing Stronger, so it wouldn't surprise me. And then we have Brian Anderson with his very Scottish looking Lamborghini.
Yeah, definitely does look like a bit of a tartan print there.
Yeah, he's definitely been a bit patriotic. Where else we
on
have?
the Lambo and everything.
Chris Wacker. It's good to have Chris Wacker back, a regular with us in ACC, who has now joined us on LMU. So it's good to see Wacker back. Kevin Hunter, we've already abused his livery. Dean Smith, what's Dean the Whinger running? That is a custom. Or he's running the Patreon, the oNiD Patreon livery.
Very good, very good.
Looking good. We have Fatoy, another new Academy driver, rocking the red Academy livery. Looking good there. Shame he's going to bin it as well.
It could be an ill omen of things to come, that livery.
I coach all of these. I know exactly what's going to happen. We have Ben running the Academy livery as well, because Ben is now driving for the Academy team, which is good. We have Bavudis running a standard livery. Grev Schmull with another one. I went to click on somebody else, but this there. Here's Craig Foreman running a standard BMW livery too. So there is a decent mixture of liveries. Looking at the thing, Roscoe put a time in 5 seconds off pace. Hovsep Nazarian still P1 of the GT3 drivers. If I look at my other screen, where is he? Current lap. Looking at this till just a load of numbers flash at me. I don't know if he's up on his time or nothing, so I'm just going to guess. That's the best we can hope for. Like I said, Sandbags, who is taking a break at the moment, made all of these tools, and as fantastic as they are, I don't understand a bit of what they say. But who else is on our lap? Let's have a look around. Go back to Brian Anderson in his very Scottish Lamborghini.
Yeah, I'm told in chat that it's his own family tartan as well, so that's really cool. Nice, really pretty cool way to integrate that into the
No.
Lamborghini.
What he's done is because Brian has a history of his cars being stolen, so what he's done is he's painted that one Scottish so nobody will want to steal it. That's exactly what he's done. But he is going well. Where is Brian in the standings? He is currently 4th in the GT3.
I think Scotty might be letting us know subtly in the chat that maybe there might not be a whole bunch of game audio coming through. If I'm reading the room right. Oh, there's an 8-ball on the top of that car. That's interesting. It's lucky 8-ball racing.
LMU game is not picking up. Is that better now, Scotty? Will you give us a
thumbs up in chat if you can hear us? Well, they hear the game rather.
No.
Be some nice vroom sounds coming in.
Still no sound.
Let me I'll in typical COTA fashion, let me surmise as to what a car might sound like.
It was running fine before we went live. So
well, I think to speak to what was said there in chat earlier, what was it? How many Tyler Hammer saying how many commentary curse will he give out today with Dave on comms? I think we have the first one, which is not being able to hear the game.
Yeah, we'll blame Sam because it was coming through fine before. It has just decided not to now, so yeah, we'll blame Sam.
When in doubt.
Yeah, as Bhaskar says, we'll make the car noises tonight. I'm sure it'll go great. What can go wrong with me? What can go wrong with me and you making car noises? Meow.
Exactly. We'll have to. I'll have to practice the tire screeching for when the hypercars inevitably lock up going into turn 1.
Yes, exactly. But as we go back, cause Metcalf is in P2 in his fantastic Lightning McQueen livery. I'm still looking, thinking, why the hell is the game not? Yeah, I'm all out.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, no, I suppose we're seeing like as the times are rolling in there, about a minute and a half left in this quality session.
It is what I am actually going to do. So if anyone is watching, I apologize for seeing some menus. I'll turn the sound up here, see if it makes any difference. Nope, it's still not picking it up. And I'm being told to turn it off and on again. I can't do that because I turn it off and on again, I won't get it back working. So you can either have a stream with no sound or no stream at all. Take your pick, chat.
Oh no, I'd be afraid of the results.
But no, I'll tell you what, we do have Scrub into P2 in the hypercars. He's finally found some pace, or he's bought it from somewhere. But it's very close between Scrub, Farrell, and Law. Like, that is extremely close. Max is in the pits. Ben Law is still out. Whether he's going faster, I could not tell you because, like I said, I don't have a clue what Sam's tools are doing. But the best bit is I can hear the game absolutely fine. So it's just everybody everybody watching the stream who can't. Tough luck, you lot.
We're all going to be gaslit into thinking there actually is sound. We just
yeah, that's exactly what. Not to be fair, I can see the OBS thing, and there's no sound coming from the game, so I have no idea why.
Pardon our dust. Something we'll keep an eye on for sure, as well as that battle for the last few steps on the podium there for our qualifying here is heating up. Only 400s there between Farrell and Nick Manders with with Law very close behind as well.
Law as well. Law's about to finish a lap. Let's see where he goes. Bit wide at that corner. Doesn't go any. Oh no, yes, he's jumped up.
Oh, he does.
He's pipped Max Farrell by the tiniest of margin.
If I'm not mistaken, he was 2/1000ths down before he put in that lap, and now he's 3 up. So I think that's like 5/1000ths in the difference. So those marginal gains absolutely reaping or absolutely giving benefits there to Ben Law. He takes the inside line.
Everyone just finishing the laps now. It's all right. I've got to pull an X trick now. I've got to show the qualifying order on the screen. This is another thing I could potentially mess up. So everyone get ready to record to laugh at me.
Yeah, it's not just the drivers, which are the rookies this season.
I don't know why the sound's not coming through. It was working before I went live.
do we need a streaming coaching session for our coach?
I've already had one. That's the problem. And that looks to be the end of qualifying. Oh no, just Scrub to be the last one out. See if Scrub can improve any. He's got P2 nailed, but I doubt he's going to get anywhere near Sunyev because he doesn't have enough talent. Oh, he's improved. Ooh. He's put a bit of a gap between him and Law, but his efforts are futile because he's still P2. So if I click that button, so when we go over to the race, we should see the quali order come up on screen. Fingers crossed, everyone.
Bated breath.
Just wait for this to... Wait for the server to swap over, and then we will see. LMU taking its time as usual. So the start and order is set. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, great to see so many. I was just saying it's great to see so many folks in the chat here for the first race of the Academy season this time around. Yeah, I think the hypercars mixed in with the GT3s is going to make for a very interesting challenge. I suppose last season.
Oh, here we are. Oh. So if I click the start and order button. Oh, here it is. So we'll run through. It is that. Max Sunyev in P1 with Niak Scrub Manders in P2. Ben Law in P3, followed by Max Farrell in P4. Jacob Hine in P5 with Daniel Chevelle in P6. Ollie Knowles in P7, followed by Artemis Dwagon, sorry if I've killed your name, in P8. Fiona in P9 with Nathan Turner in P10. Pavel Roskov P11, Dan Stevens in P12. Do you want to run through the GT3s, Paul?
Yeah, sure. We got Hobstep taking it on pole in the Porsche, and the one I missed there. Apologies in second place. Craig Foreman then in third with for Troy then in fourth. Brian Anderson was safe 17th overall, with Ryan Davies coming through in 18th. That Lambo, I believe. And then Kevin Hunter there in 19th with Chris Wacker in the BMW in 20th. 011, we've got Christian Schlink and Mark Gravishmill in the Porsche. Then Ben Myatt there in 23rd with Scott Truslove there in 24th. Dean Smith coming through in 25th, along with Costas and Bavodas. Then Adusa Carpenter in 27th with Rahul Fukadil. I'm going to butcher a few of those tonight. Aidan Howard in 29th is racing tonight as well.
I think they are people who aren't here, but the game still put them there.
Yeah, I was going to say there was I thought people had signed out.
So what?
Also, that running order was a great way to see who was running the custom liveries and who wasn't.
Yes,
because
exactly.
The custom liveries were coming through.
The beauty of it is I can hear all these cars come around here and no one else can. This is fantastic. So everyone laughing at me, tough luck. But we will see. We will watch the hypercars come round first. Can Scrub get the jump at the start? I doubt it. And we will go from there. I will say as well, as you can tell, replays tonight will be minimal because I will break something. They are a feature that will be added in the coming weeks.
Work in progress.
Exactly. So as we get ready to start. And we're off. Ben Law, not a great start. As we come up the hill, everything is looking clean. Big lock up from Sunyev, ran very wide. All is good there, so we will go back to the GT3s where Metcalf in his Light McQueen has took the lead, and he's starting to run away a little bit.
Yeah, there's a very big gap there with the. It doesn't look like is that Hovsep there in P2 there in the other Porsche.
Yep, Hovsep there, P2 behind.
Yeah.
Has been a bit of change of order, but it looks fairly clean. And we'll go back to the front where Ben Law has dropped Jacob Hine up to P3.
Yeah, making a few gains there in that opening sector as they go through onto the back straight here. Already Sunyev taking a little bit of a gap there already to the cars in front. That's going to help him just to establish a lead. We'll see if any of these three can mount any form of attack there.
Oh,
We have those three drivers who are going to be hotly contesting P2.
Fiona in the background taking a bit too much curb whilst pushing Ollie Knowles in. Got the two wingless Peugeots there. Absolutely dreadful cars. And we'll go back to the GT3s where Metcalf is pulling a pretty good gap.
He is speed at this opening lap. We are missing.
I know we're missing the over there. I'm trying to get it back on. Hang on. It should be there. Oh, it is.
Hey, look at that.
Look, magic.
Just got to see Carpenter. Looks like Carpenter's dropping back a few positions there. Returned to the pits already, so possibly an incident there causing that.
Who was that coming into the pit? Sorry, I was pressing buttons.
Carpenter,
Juicer Carpenter. Possibly maybe even a drive-through because it doesn't look like the pitting.
Oh, good shout. Yeah, it looks like they're going straight through.
Maybe a drive-through, but we will go back to the GT3s where Metcalf is kind of running away. For Toy just behind, even further. The Porsches are having a great old time in the GT3 class. Well, the closest thing on track at the moment is...
Ooh.
Bit of bumping there between Max Farrell and Daniel Chevelle. And we've got a drag race down the main straight. Who's going to be the latest of the breakers? Ben Law joining the party too. Oh, Max Farrell. Oh, he's gone wide though.
With the inside line getting snatched away there. But of course, that becomes the outside line for this very tricky kind of slow section here then as well.
Chevelle has ran a bit wide to try and get the better exit, which looks like to be the trick as it's worked. Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how much some of these drivers are going to push those tires because that long right-hander can really eat away into them if you're kind of like full throttle and kind of so like some of them might be taking it a little bit easier and just kind of extending the life of the tires a little bit just to kind of play into a longer strategy here.
As we go back, Nazarian Hovsep has caught up to the back of Lightning McQueen in the Porsche. These two are kind of running away a bit from the rest of the field. Porsche power.
4 second gap. Yeah, 4 second gap after like 2 laps is a massive benefit to them now.
So the second less than what Sunyev has got.
Yeah. I think the GT3s are going to have a bit of an easier time in terms of traffic. Like they won't be as slowed down as the likes of the hypercars who are following a GT3 through the S's in Sector 1, for instance.
That is one hell of a send from Brian Anderson. He's come from a whole different country there, never mind postcode. Still didn't get the move done.
Yeah, I think he was mostly just trying to fill the mirrors with that tartan print. The car ahead.
trying to get scared. As we go back to Chevelle and Farrell and Law having the fight up front, this is just, to be honest, that was very wide in the background. Suniev and Scrub Manders have just kind of drove off. But what we do have is Carpenter coming back through the field now, causing a bit of mayhem between the GT3s. It's caused Nazarian to fall back a bit. And then the Porsche just goes bye-bye.
Yeah, able to get through nice and easy on the straight.
Is looking for close battles. We have Fiona in that dreadful Peugeot, followed by Nathan and Dan Stevens running a bit wide there.
Yeah, I feel like the full length circuit for COTA is definitely an easy one to pick up some track warnings if you're not careful.
Yes,
particularly like in the opening sectors as well as the as we saw there just at the end.
Yeah, Dan Stevens thought about a move on Turner, thought better of it. You're not allowed to overtake Ferraris. It is against the law. We go back to Max Farrell and Ben Law now. Chevelle's put a bit of a gap between himself and Farrell, but Ben Law's chasing Max down. Go through the time. And also, Hovsep again is closing in on Metcalf. Got their own little battle because these two are 6 seconds ahead of third place.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, they were just coming up into. You could see third place there at the back of the picture. It's like a few seconds behind.
It is P3. It's actually for Toy, who I'm surprised hasn't put his Lamborghini into a wall yet, but he's still going. But what we want to see is last season's star racer, Ryan Davies, cutting a corner there. He will have got a penalty for that. Did you see Ryan Davies on stream last season, Paul?
I did. It was the highlight whenever I would rewatch some of the races I was in. It looks like this car has considerably more downforce than the or rather considerably more wing attached to the car to maybe avoid some of those scenarios. As we have a look down from the inside from Brian Anderson into the hairpin.
Bit of a bump on the rear. What we also have, which favours Ryan Davies, is a fixed setup here, so he can't load the McLaren setup onto an LMP2 car.
That's half the battle right there.
Well, that was the race when Sam Grant decided to make a spin compilation.
That lovely train of cars going through the back straight there. Almost a move down the inside, but Anderson able to hold on to it.
He is a little train going here, isn't it? And we've got oNiD's very own Ben Myatt right in the middle of it in that. Oh, we have that looked like Wacker.
Wacker with it looked like a spin. It didn't look like there was any other cars involved initially.
No, everything looked, to be honest, it's looked a pretty clean, other than Davies and Brian having a bit of rear touching coming out with the hairpin. It looks like it's been pretty clean. I can't see any yellow flags on track. All looks good. And as we'll go to our race leader, Max Suniev, 7.5 seconds ahead of his closest rival. I think it's going to be an easy season for Max.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if anyone can mount a challenge on that and trying to usurp the throne.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it looks like a very dominant start of the season anyway. We'll see how maybe this is a track that is favouring theirs. He's already catching up on some of the GT3 traffic there.
Yeah, this is when it will get interesting, is when these hypercars catch the GT3s, especially through the S's, is when it'll get interesting.
Yeah, and I think that's probably one of the other, I suppose, like kind of key things with this being a rookies kind of season. It's giving them the opportunity to like exercise kind of patience and what's needed as the faster class Because obviously these hypercars are going to have a way higher top speed, way more turning ability and stuff. So being able to maneuver around
Ooh.
racing GT3 traffic is going to be a skill that maybe a lot of these drivers wouldn't have really had to use before, but it's going to be an interesting one to learn this season.
Yeah, Scotty.
There we go. You saw it too.
To be honest, I'm laughing. Scotty is the angel on my shoulder at the moment, reminding me of all these things. There's that many buttons. I'm not sure which ones to press and which ones not to in case I break anything. But I will learn.
Did you press the yellow flag button? Because there's a yellow flag flying somewhere on the track.
Oh, see if I can
It's
spot
just
it on.
gotten cleared up.
Where was that yellow flag? I'm looking on the screen Sam has built, and I can't see any yellow, so I may have missed it.
Mm-hmm.
But Buda's not having the best race. 13 seconds behind his closest GT3. And we will go Dean Smith having a little battle with Kevin Hunter and Chris Wacker. I better put Dean on stream because if I don't, he'll cry and he'll whinge. So here you go, Dean. He's your 5 seconds of fame, and then we will go to Ryan Davies, who has just lost a position to Ben Myatt.
I'm going to be the other angel or devil on your shoulder and say, is there another? Oh, as we have a potential revenge move there to get the position back, but Ben Myatt's able to hold on to it. Is there another screen overlay button to get the car information on the lower right hand side, like who's currently selected? Oh, Ben Myatt running slightly wide towards the last section of the S's. That's going to open the door.
And
indeed, there's hypercars as well. Oh, there we go. That's Ryan Davies going
so
through.
We'll keep that on.
Oh, the hypercar clearing through that GT3 traffic very well there as those that battle just raged on there. Ben Myatt dropping back to Ryan Davies here in the good old car there now is going down the back straight. Ben Myatt's going to be under pressure from the BMW behind.
Yeah, from
getting the slipstream.
Scott Truslove, who was worried he wasn't going to make the race today, but he's managed to make it, and he's putting in a decent drive, to be fair. But what we do have, we'll have a look after. We'll see if Scott makes a move. He doesn't, but we have had a change for the leader of the GT3 class. We have Hovset Nazarian overtook Lightning McQueen. How dare he? And is now leading the GT3. And these two have a decent gap to P3 for Toy. They are 7 seconds ahead. And we will go.
And even for Toy, who's going to have to worry about Foreman behind them. So yeah, everyone like this. I suppose this goes back to what I was saying initially. It's like, you know, for all the different skills here, there's all these pockets of different battles happening up and down the field, which is great to see.
Speaking of one, this should be fun.
Oh my God! Look at all those cars.
Look at all of this. This is going to be great to watch.
Into Sector 1,
especially because
up the hill.
Max and Ben, they're going to catch these GT3s through the S's. We do have a yellow flag. Who has that yellow flag? Can I see? There we are, Roscoe.
Oof. Unfortunate.
Not quite sure what happened, but we will go back to Max Farrell making his way through the GT3 field, through the S's. Oh, getting close.
There's been a
that's
contact
in
the background.
Contact with the GT3 BMW. Need to be a bit more patient. Thankfully, managed to. Oh, that is not re-safe, Joinley.
Absolutely, yeah. It needs to. Yeah, I think this was probably one of the learnings I had most of all from the last season, even just with the LMP2s. Like, as the quicker class with more downforce, passing around the outside of what are comparably slower, heavier, wider cars, trying to pass one of them around the outside in a corner is always going to be a dangerous ask, because those GT3s are going to just want to extend out into the outside of the track, and through no will of their own, we'll say, like, it's just the momentum and the inertia. So you have to be super careful if you're trying to make that move. Like, the safest option for these hypercars, where possible, will be to pass on the inside, because if the GT3 is putting the power down, there's no way that that car is going to be gripping to the apex for the most part. It's going to be, extending out. But
Yes.
yeah, definitely something for these hypercars to be aware of, I suppose. If they don't learn it today, they will in time, in terms of how dangerous it can be.
To be fair as well, COTA is a big, wide track. Next week we've got Interlagos. So I've driven a hypercar GT3 race at Interlagos, and it was pretty hectic. Oh, we have another yellow flag. Who do we have?
It's like someone slow on the wide right-hander.
Yes,
Maybe picking up speed there.
trying to find. Wasn't Wacker. Yeah, I'm still need to figure out all of this.
Ooh, the wingless Peugeots after having a spin on the S's.
Max
Yellow
Farrell,
flag live in motion.
Max Farrell as well also had, it looks like, a little spin that has dropped him down to P6.
Looked like potentially a lot of damage on one of the wingless Peugeots. Couldn't tell which one exactly it was.
And so what does...
They're able to...
so that means blue flag. I'm starting to figure this out now.
Gotti in the chat mentioning that, interestingly, Ollie is running a hard on the front left. So, of course, with LMU, we do have...
How the hell did Scotty notice that? Also, we have a message, Hoffmat. What lap times are the GT3s doing? Let's have a look. The leaders, the last lap was Hovsepp did a 210.6. Metcalf did a 211.3. The quickers of the GT3s are doing 210s, 211s, going down to like mid-teens. Scotty with the eagle eye. And Scrub has lost P2. Ha ha ha! As you can tell, me and Scrub have that type of relationship where I love him but I hate him at the same time. So his pain is my misery.
There is no bias in this comms booth. I can assure you that.
But no, and we do have Metcalf and Zarian still getting quite close, with the Ferrari of Roscoe getting in between them, causing a bit of mayhem, which has caused Metcalf to drop back a little bit.
Yeah, and this is where some of the GT3s can kind of gain or lose a bunch of time. It's like knowing where to maybe, like, you don't have to necessarily, like, it is up to the faster cars to pass safely and things like that. But I suppose similarly, you can make life easier for both parties should you choose to, like, maybe lift a little bit, or like, give the hypercar the apex and kind of like take a slightly wider turn.
Look, we're on board now with Fiona Zombie on the crash cam. Let's hope it doesn't do anything. And that is very wide by Nathan Turner, almost a crash. We'll see how quick the Peugeot is to the Ferrari.
You almost willed it into existence there, as we have the wingless Peugeot then going on the outside as the Ferrari defends down the inside line.
Ferrari backed out.
Well out in front.
Yeah, ran a bit wide, possibly, though, and the Ferrari is trying the cut back. Now Fiona managed to keep their position. And we will go back to Metcalf and Nazarian, because that is the gap between them.
For the viewers at home, I can assure you that the in-game or the cockpit engine noises sound amazing in the Porsche. You'll just have to take our word for it this week.
We will have it fixed
look
for
at
next
that.
week, I promise. It's still annoying me why that's not working when it was working. It was never going to go perfect. What can I say?
Exactly. There's always going to be something. I believe that's Ollie Knowles going through. Just as to time it very well there through the S's here.
The
It's going to be
Aston
so
Martin,
tricky.
is that Ben Myatt? Where's Ben? Yep, it is. Whoop. Not having the best of times.
2 laps down off the leader. I wonder if he's made an early pit stop.
Hold on.
That we haven't missed.
Number of stops. Let's see what happens when I press this button. Roscoe is the only person to have made a stop. As far as I can see.
Yeah, so not sure.
Oh no, Ben has.
No,
Ben has.
Wow. Which makes the spin even more unfortunate because that's just going to cook a brand new set of tires if he's taking tires.
And I think if I've done it right, hang on, let me press that. Ah, yes, so if you look at the timings on the left, that is the gap to the leader. So that is the gap to the next person ahead. So if we go look, Ben Law, close. Oh, I'm getting the hang of this now.
Careful, he's a man wielding too much power at this point.
we have a request. Yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
We are the hive mind and the comms booth. We both see the same things. Say as we see, as we have the lovely Lightning McQueen liveried Porsche here in second place.
It's given
just a half second
run.
Behind. Yeah, absolutely. These two Porsches absolutely going hammer and tongs throughout this opening half of the race. 28 minutes left on the clock, so we will see perhaps that pit lane becoming a little bit more busy. It depends, actually. Yeah, the stops, the hypercars wouldn't be able to go the full distance, I'm guessing.
We need to ask Scotty in the chat. Scotty will know, because Scotty is the fuel. As we have. In how now these are the cars that aren't here. I'm trying to spot where the yellow flag is. Oh, there we have it.
Ooh.
Ollie Knowles.
Not moving. Oh.
Up.
Yeah, there's that red walled front left tire.
Ah, yes. Great spot by Scotty, to be fair.
Absolutely, yeah. And I suppose that is the interesting thing. Oh, is Ollie taking a very interesting line?
I'm wondering, has he got some type of hardware issue here?
Or maybe just a broken drivetrain. Oh,
and
going again. Able to get back on the track there now.
Yep.
Great to see them carrying on. There is no return to garage in LMU, so these cars have to tough it out. You see full lock there. Ben Law, I believe, just to catch up to Nick Manders.
It's giving him a good run. This at the moment is the closest battle on track, but because if we go back to Lightning McQueen, he has took the lead of the GT3 again.
Oh wow, yeah. So Hovsep dropping back about 2 seconds there.
I'm assuming Hovsep he's had a mess up somewhere and we've missed it because as much as I'm a streaming god, I'm not that much of one yet and I haven't caught it. Oh, big wiggle there from Lightning McQueen, which is going to give Hovsep the inside.
Makes for some great television.
It does.
Come on, Hovsep. Great battle here for P1 and the GT3s. We're getting confirmation from the Fuel Whisperer, Scotty, in the chat saying that it's a technical track, which has low fuel V virtual energy usage. So it should be a flat out no stop for the hypercars.
If Scotty says it is flat out, no stops, I believe Scotty, because She works the fuel out perfectly, whereas I don't. I always overfuel, so
Yeah.
we don't. But still, Nazarian on the back. Whoops. There we go.
You can just see just the different lines through that last bit of the sector there, just allowing Halfstep to really catch up there into the rear wing.
Is he should, if he can get a good eggs out of here, he should have a good run down the straight. It does look like Nathan G. Turner has gone to the garage. I wonder what's happened there. We'll have a look after this. We'll see if Hovsep can get the move done.
It looks like they've been able to maintain that lead there. Yeah, the slipstream might be strong, but I think the two of them just had a great exit there, going out of the hairpin.
Nathan Turner in the garage, DNF there. Not sure what's gone wrong. We will try get an update. And as we see Ben Law on the back of Scrub Manders. Be interesting to see.
Lexus.
Yeah, Lexus sounds Lexus sounds great. Not that any of you know, but it really does.
I'm actually surprised there wasn't a few more Lexuses, Lexi in the series this season. It feels like when it got released, it seemed to be getting a lot of traction. Pardon the pun. It seemed to be very popular in terms of how easy it was to drive. So I wonder if people were just maybe getting used to the cars that they were, I suppose, driving prior to that, and had kind of found their own groove in like the Porsches and the BMWs. So good to see at least some representation from the Lexus, as we have a great battle here now with the GT3 traffic just making things a little bit complicated for Nick Manders there. As we see Ben Law going well around the outside, maybe giving the GT3 more space than was necessary, but maybe you can't be too cautious. Coming through there, passing up Ben Myatt.
This is
very wide.
This is the beauty of endurance race, and we have a race within a race. So it's what makes it great. But he's not dropped back too far from Scrub. Let's have a look.
Just a reminder, coming in from Ben Holmes in the stream, there appears to be no game audio on the stream. We are aware of such issues.
Yes,
acutely aware.
We're aware, Ben. It's not that there's no game audio. It's just that my streaming power is so mighty, it's above you and you can't hear it. That's all.
Yeah. We're just lucky the stream has the right title tonight.
Yeah. This is my first stream. Everything's gone to mess, but we actually have a stream, so it's better than watching a black screen. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, bless this mess.
As we go down, we have Scott Truslove chasing down the ballerina that is Ryan Davies. Not close enough to get him moved. Oh, he's closing under braking though.
Almost gets too close for comfort. Just able to hang it in there. Keep that pressure up.
BMW does have great brakes, to be fair. And who has been sat this? Craig Foreman, just going about his business quietly, is up to P3 in the GT3s. He's just been quiet and consistent, and he's going to get a podium from it, should all go well.
Yeah, he had been behind
Fatoy and Anders,
I think Anderson, I think he had passed at some point there in the last few laps. So great to see the kind of progress there throughout the race. And I think that's another thing these drivers will be learning is just more often than not being able to keep the car on the track for the full length of the race is actually going to get you a load of positions. As we've seen already in this race, there's a few people who have had spins, some have returned to the garage. Anything can happen, especially when you have like two classes such as the hypercars and the GT3s sharing the same piece of track. there can be issues to say, and so navigating that, keeping your nose clean, can be a challenge, but then one that will be very rewarding in terms of track positions.
It is. And where are we? We have Brian Anderson going around well. And what I've got to do is just hats off. Max Sunny of 28 seconds ahead of P2.
Yeah, I was really hoping. As we have the 20-minute remaining warning coming up on the screen there, I was sort of hoping that maybe the GT3 traffic would pose more of a challenge for Sunyev here to try and navigate through. But even with that traffic in place, he's been able to almost like a half a minute gap between first and second place. That's a massive, very dominant performance here in the opener this season.
We'll put Brian Anderson back on just because Stevie Bain in the chat is appreciating it.
Mm.
All we need is some Iron Brew and William Wallace on there, and I think Stevie Bain would just melt.
Ben Myatt hopping in the chat to say, making a hash of this race. Yeah, no, geez, I suppose it's always unless you're Stevie Bain or any of those other kind of talented drivers, if you're able to type into the chat mid-race, the chances are it's not going amazingly.
And Stevie Bain says Andy needs a Tunnux wafer on it as well. Absolutely beautiful. Who's the closest battle on track? Let's have a look. It seems to be Law still. He's 1.3 seconds behind Scrub. Let's see how patient Scrub is. That is P3 of the GT3 class, so they want to make sure they don't give him a nudge. All is nicely done. This is what we like to see here at oNiD. Good, clean racing. Which normally isn't the word you use to describe Scrub, but he's doing well.
Everyone can learn. Jacob Hine is back behind Fiona. We're getting live reports in the chat. So a potential incident, maybe that we haven't caught, or maybe like that. Yeah, I can't quite tell. Does that front wing look a little bit bent out of shape? Or is that just is? No, it looks fine.
No, it's an Alpine. It's French. It was made like that. So don't worry.
Jacob pitted. Yes, actually, that's what I was gonna ask. Actually, if we could get a recap on the
number of stops.
Yeah, see
Yep, Jacob Roscoe, Ben Might had 2, Kevin Hunter, Dean Smith.
So I wonder if that's maybe people just assuming that a stop would be needed to get them through to the end of the race. Maybe they've picked up some damage that they're just kind of repairing. But yeah, no, that could make all the difference there. We'll see if Jacob is able to mount any kind of attack there. Only 3.5 seconds behind Fiona there in the wingless Peugeot. So there is a possibility, we'll say, as the race goes on. Of course, the cars are capable, as Scotty had mentioned, the cars are capable of making it through on a no-stop strategy, but the tires, especially if you haven't been kind to them, are going to be screaming at you. Yeah. So the drivers might really be struggling, especially in these last 15 minutes on a hot day here.
We have a yellow COTA flag. Who is it? Oh, it's gone now. Do you want to know an interesting fact of this race, Paul?
I absolutely do.
Carpenter here is driving on a controller.
Ooh. After my own heart.
I was going to say in the controller session, in the coaching session last night. Yeah, driving on a controller, and despite us looking down on people like that, no, I'm only messing. Despite still putting in good times, having a good race, Carpenter's quickest lap is consistent with the top 5. So, great pace, just hasn't quite got it all together yet, but that's what the Sim Hound Academy is about. It is helping drivers get more used to racing. And as I can see in the chat, people are talking about Scrub having lots of track cuts. So is Scrub going to take Stevie Bain's title?
Hmm. We'll have to. What's the? We must come up with some kind of tartan print for the drive-through king that we can emblazon. It's like the yellow jacket in cycling will say, like just we're with pride, you know.
Is
Ooh, as we
Benlock
have
really
catching up.
closing up? We will go on board. Matter of fact, we'll go crash cam, see if we can tempt fate. No, Benlaw playing it safe, looking to get the better exit out the corner. Ooh, he took a bit too much sausage.
Yeah, we haven't even dove into the I suppose the complexities that the hypercars have in comparison to the LMP2s, because the LMP2s just had to worry about fuel and that was it. But these hypercars have to juggle virtual energy as well, which for the most part is fairly easy. Like the kind of the short end of the story would be basically you never want to be 100% and you never want to be 0%. You just always want to be hovering somewhere in between.
This is where I'm going to jump in and have to correct you sadly here, Paul. That is not the virtual energy. Virtual energy is basically, it acts as a stint timer as such. So when you pit, you refill your virtual energy as well as your fuel.
I'm thinking of the
with the hypercars, it's the hybrid system. You do have batteries and you do have a motor where you deploy the batteries. You can change how much deployment you use. That's where you want to balance it, because if you keep your battery levels too high, the brake regeneration will not work, so you will have poor braking performance. Whereas with some of the hypercars, the Porsche, the Cadillac, and I think the BMW, if you let it run to zero and then you go in the pit, you're just not going to move because there's no electric motor. But then there's the other hypercars, the Ferrari, the Toyota. I'm not sure. Their electric motor doesn't kick in till around 100 mile an hour, which makes it interesting because you get a nice torque boost mid corner, which can throw you off a little bit.
Yes, yeah, no, my simple LMP2 fuel brain was only thinking of one layer of complexity, but there's actually a few of these hypercars.
Oh,
no wonder I stuck with the LMP2. Oh, as we have a spin caught on this lovely crane camera here. That's the BMW of Chris Wacker.
It is. Gets back going. He was having a good little battle with Ryan Davies, but Ryan Davies has survived. Thankfully, it wasn't him spinning. He is chasing down Scott Truslove. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say maybe Ryan Davies has passed on the curse onto another driver this season. I wonder, I suppose I wonder if we'll actually see any spins from Ryan this season. That's my my bet for the season going forward. Is like I think you could probably count on one hand the amount of spins Ryan will have in that car. I hope he doesn't prove me wrong.
He will have a few. He definitely will have a few. As we see Carpenter chasing down Dan Stevens in not the GT3 BMW, but the hypercar BMW in front. And where's Jacob at? Ollie Knowles doing so well, now not doing so well. What can we say? Definitely style over substance with that livery. We'll go to
Jacob Hine. Yeah, you just saw two, able to get past Fiona.
Battle of the French machines here. Which one will surrender first? Oh, it looks like the Peugeot. Is this looks like Suniev? Yep, he's actually coming round to lap the rest of the hypercar field. Shows how far the leader is ahead of everyone else, which is now 36 seconds.
Law Manders for P3, yeah. Still, he's watching those cars going through that first sector. It looks like the car just wants to chuck itself off of the stage. But the grip that these hypercars have, just keeping them nailed to to the track, and she's
Oh,
there. Oh, we
Law!
have a spin.
That is potentially gifted Scrub the podium.
Yeah, that's a massive hill to climb he's given himself, especially not going to do those perhaps already worn tires any favors locking up like that. Didn't look like there was any other damage taken there. Just looked to be a bit of a locking up there. So
Yeah.
could have been worse, especially he's given himself like a lovely long straight there for the tires to cool down. It's not going to be too taxing, so he's got some time to readjust.
Problem is his tires will resemble Minecraft blocks now. It will not be comfortable driving that down the straight. And as we will go back to the leader of the GT3, still being chased down by Hovset Nazarian, but what can you say, Lightning McQueen just that bit too quick.
On home turf as well, just absolutely one for the fans.
Yep, and as Scotty has just said in the chat, still time for Scrub to bottle it. It's possible. We can hope.
Yeah, that's always the fun thing, as well as like you can only be in control of your own race. Was we have the hypercar locking up there, but the GT3 almost getting through. But yeah, it's always a possibility that someone else can just make an absolute mess of their own races. So as long as you keep your nose clean, you can be in it with a chance to win it, as they say.
And that looks like
Ferrari
Roscoe.
really struggling. Yeah, really struggling.
Sadly, last position of the hypercar class. Roscoe not having the. Roscoe was looking decent in Caution last night. He's not had the best race this evening. Stuck behind the GT3 of Nazarian must be frustrating, but I assume he will get the overtake done on the main straight. And all of this hypercar traffic has just widened the gap between Hovsep and Metcalf.
You see, yeah, as well. Yeah, and even then, looking back at the battle that we have been looking at between Law and Manders, that's 5 seconds, and there's only 8 minutes left in this race, so not a whole lot of time to make up that.
We do have Ryan Davies, who is 1.3 seconds behind Scott Truslove. Again, the hypercar traffic coming through yet again, causing absolute mayhem.
So it looks like a lot of the GT3s haven't pitted as well, if I'm not mistaken. So it looks like for both classes, it was like a bit of a no stopper, unless there's going to need to be maybe a few splashes and dashes within the dying embers of this race.
As I'm looking through,
could be some room to shake it up.
Oh, we have a battle on our hands.
The Carpenter and Stevens. Some good old Porsche and BMW violence, perhaps, going to occur as these two get closer to each other.
Is still close. That seems to be the closest battle on track at the moment. As we look through, Sunyev 42 seconds ahead of P2, which is nuts, but we do have a bit of a slide from Carpenter, which now the closest battle on track is back to the Porsches in the lead of the GT3 class.
Yeah, great to see that battle has been going on for pretty much the entire duration of this race.
It has,
I don't think they've been separated. I don't think they've been separated by more than 3 or 4 seconds. It's just been non-stop.
They have
keeping each other in check.
They've switched positions. Hovsep's been P1, Metcalf's been P1. As you see,
the largest gap might have been at the very beginning of the race when
Metcalf ran away a little bit.
Yeah.
But this is how close the battle is. Hopefully we see it go right to the very end of the race. getting extremely close now. Oh, bit of a wobble. And Nazarian's got the move done.
Wow. Absolutely just capitalizing on any mistake there that was made.
I'm wondering if Metcalf is having tyre issues.
I was going to ask you because, you've driven the hypercars more than I have, and I know these are the GT3s, but like how long, how bad must those tires be feeling after this long of a stint?
Truthfully, they shouldn't be too bad. It's only been a 50-minute race. The tyres, you can usually easily double stint a tyre, so 80 minutes. They shouldn't be too bad,
Okay.
but then again, it depends what the track temperature is like. It depends if you've had a bit of oversteer and caught a slide, which won't help your tyres. What's it? Oh, blue flag. Dean Smith needs to get out of the way because it's brought the two Porsches close together again. Dean trying to keep out of the way, letting these two battle, but thankfully both are through, but that made things a bit touchy, let's just say.
Yeah, I suppose it's as we do have Metcalf there's almost a drag race up the hill now, as we have a Peugeot in the midst as well, just to add another complication. Maybe Metcalf was going to go out of the slipstream. Takes the chance now. There's a bit of contact. There's a bump.
Fiona has hit the Porsche of Hovset, which has caused him to go wide. Metcalf is struggling.
Yeah, really struggling with those tires now at this point. Maybe has done some damage earlier on. Maybe, as I was saying, maybe was taking those heavy duty corners, we'll say, with a bit too much gusto, and is now kind of paying the price with some maybe higher tire drag than the drivers around them.
Is the side of Hovzep's Porsche looking like a crisp packet, all crumpled up, but he is in P1. And going back to battles, let's have a look. Carpenter on the back of Dan Stevens.
Yeah, massive props on the fact that they're using a controller. I know Tyler Hammer, I believe he's in the Sunday nights.
Yeah,
also a controller user, which in the hypercars I find incredible. I was using a controller for some of the races, as we have a move from the outside potentially. Just that last corner proving to be very tricky. But I will say it's massive kudos to be able to control a spin like that on a controller, because I find that was the pain point that I had. You're able to control the cars well enough for the most part, but as soon as the car starts going away from you, the natural reaction to just push left or push right on the stick would just kind of careen the car completely, and you'd overcorrect.
Yeah.
So it's some great restraint and finesse on the controller side. Keep that car in check.
As we see in the chat, add blue flags to your coach agenda for next week, Dave. Scotty, it's Dean. I could smack him round the head with a baseball bat made of blue flags. He would never get it. I'm only messing. I love Dean, really. He got caught in an awkward situation. What we do have, though, is the leader coming round. They will get one more lap in, so this is the penultimate lap for the leader. Hopefully, doesn't get involved in this battle too much. Quickly approaching, though. Now to go back, Metcalf on the back of Hovsep again.
With the hypercar in there just for good measure. It feels like there hasn't been any GT3 battle that we've seen that didn't have a hypercar somewhere in the picture, just as the nature of this spread out field here. So it's always always just something for those GT3s just to be contending with as well. Yeah, no, geez, coming down to the last lap, really isn't a whole lot being able to separate these two drivers. It's going to come right down to the end, it seems.
We'll just go back. So this is the leader of the race, just about to start. The last lap.
I would say holding on to a tidy lead.
Yeah.
just 50 seconds there.
To be fair, they could bull over, do some donuts, and still win.
Ooh, Carpenter
Oh.
having a bit of a slide there in turn 1.
Oh, yes. Got out the way for the leader, thankfully. Let Dan Stevens run away as well. Kevin Hunter letting the hypercars through. Close.
That was very close. That was a spicy meatball.
But we will go back.
Holy moly.
Lightning McQueen
Oh, look at this
chasing
camera.
down. We'll see how close they are on track. The problem with LMU, it just cycles around the cameras. It gives you some really good ones, but then some boring ones.
It'd be better if it gave us some sound.
Yeah, it would be better if we had sound, but it's not my fault. People aren't on my level to hear. We have a full-blown Porsche drag race down the straight here. As
I don't know how Scotty saw it, but apparently Davies has picked up a penalty. That we've somehow missed. Oh, as a move down the inside, almost goes awry. 2 cars able to go side by side now down the hill, go around into the entry of the S's. Oh, who's going to be the braver here? The 2 of them side by side. Metcalf tucks in.
Oh,
So
that's a big track cut by Metcalf there.
Yeah.
And we'll just have a quick look where the leader is. We'll flick back here. We want to watch the leader come across, but we also don't want to leave this battle. Here we have Max Suniev, his first race in the oNiD Sim Hound Academy, and a clear win. Well done.
Well raced. The Toyota is going to be nerfed. We're going to ban it.
Great pace.
And all the ballast.
40 odd seconds ahead of P2, but we can't take our eyes off the 2 Porsches because it's now or never for Metcalf in the Lightning McQueen car. But it does look like Hovsep has got this covered, barring any mishaps. We'll see Chevelle coming round, ready to take P2. There is a hypercar now in just to throw some spice into it.
Yeah, it looks like he might be sitting a little bit back. Probably not in a terrible battle himself.
No, he's not. No, I think he doesn't want to potentially infringe on these 2. He's gone very wide.
As we say that, yeah. I suppose does it in the best way he can.
But it looks like Hovsep Nazarian is going to win the opening round of the Academy in the GT3 class. Metcalf very close.
Oh, what a finish. What a race.
Great race. They were battling all race.
Talk about start as you mean to go on. Yep. That was an incredible race from start to finish.
Max Farrell coming across.
Looks like all those happy people.
A lot of the cars are in the pits. Let's go through. We'll watch the Scottish machine come round.
Taking a podium. Last podium position.
P3 for Brian Anderson. Great performance. For Toy, not too far behind. 15 seconds behind. P4 is not a bad result for the opening round.
What a race.
That looks like everyone is now in the pits. And there we go. And do I know how to do results? Let's have a look. Start an order. Session results. That's mid-race results. Yeah, I'm not going to press any of them in case I break anything. What we'll do, though, is I'll run through it manually. So P1 was Max Suniev. P2 was Daniel Chevelle. P3, Nick Manders. P4, Ben Law. Max Farrell, P5. Dan Stevens, P6. Edusa Carpenter, P7. Jacob Hine, P8. Fiona, P9. Ollie Knowles, P10. Artemis Dwagon, P11. And Roscoe in P12. And the GT3s, Hovsep Nazarian comes first, with John Metcalf comes second. Brian Anderson 3rd, Fatoy 4th, Craig Foreman 5th, Scott Truslove 6th, Chris Wacker 7th, Ryan Davies 8th, Mark Grevspool 9, Christian Slink 10, Dean Smith 11, Kev Hunter 12, Ben Myatt 13th. That is your results. So if I put this screen up, yeah, that was a good race, to be fair. It was entertaining.
Yeah, and just as entertaining was Matt's comment in the chat saying, looking forward to seeing Dave develop through the season.
No development needed here. This was a perfectly good stream. If you didn't hear anything, it's on you. It's not me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's our job as commentators to fill in those noises, we'll say, like to describe them. And I think we've done a fantastic job of that today.
I agree.
Yeah, what an absolute cracking race though. Wow. And it was very clean. Like I was expecting full on carnage, not going to lie. When you put hypercars mixed with GT3s, the speed differential, especially through the S's, is so great. That I was thinking for sure some of these folks are gonna learn some hard lessons today, but it was incredibly clean. Unless we've just done a good job of absolutely missing all of the incidents. Which I wouldn't put past us either, but
we
it
missed
seemed
a
like
few.
for the most...
We haven't worked the replays out yet. That, like I said, that will be a feature what comes in the season.
Yeah,
it's a DLC feature. I need to unlock it. Yeah, it's
a sub goal.
It's been sub goal. Yeah, it's been a good race. I've enjoyed it. Great to have you along here as well, Paul. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's great to be in the comments booth again. Where are we going next week?
Next week we are into Lagos.
Oh, you were saying yes. Is that dry running as well, or is there a bit of...
Yeah, no, we didn't make into Lagos wet. We made Sebring wet this season because we're a bit evil. But Sebring wet in the hypercars is going to be carnage. So if anyone looks forward to seeing car crashes, tune into that race. But next week we are at a dry in Lagos. Hot tyre temperatures. Should be able to do that race with no stops either if you manage your fuel properly.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of tight, twisty corners. It should be good fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely a trickier one to pass lap traffic on as well. Just there's a few different lines throughout that middle sector that people will be taking. So yeah, I think everyone will have to be on their toes just to watch out.
Good. Should be good. Someone said, I wonder who chose that combination. We'll blame Stevie Bain for it. It's Stevie's fault. But what we'll do is we'll get this stream over and done with. So thank you for being with me tonight, Paul.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. And yeah, can't wait to see how the rest of the season goes from here. Looking forward to it.
Should be good. So thank you everyone for watching. As said, first stream, some technical faults, we'll say. We'll just put it like that. Hopefully they'll be fixed for next week. Do you have anything to finish with, Paul?
Looking forward to seeing everyone at Interlagos. Other than that, yeah, hope everyone had a great time. Great to see so many folks out in the chat, and looking forward to catching you all next week.
Cool. Right. Good night, everyone. Hope you've had fun watching, and we'll see you all later on.